Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. I'm here with random reviews, fresh out of the box, and hopefully into the shelves. Not necessarily in alphabetical order. Now, I have 3 discs here that I hauled out just a moment ago, and completely at random, and they are, first, Poulenc, the Gloria, the Stabat Mater, and the Litany à la Vierge Noire, the litanies to the Black Virgin. This features, Catherine Dubosc, the Westminster Singers, the City of London Sinfonia, and Richard Hickox. It was on Virgin Classics. Remember that? Now it's Warner. And it was released and re-released over and over again, this thing. They're not very good. I mean, Catherine Dubosc is fine. She's a lovely soprano. Hickox, frankly, he's boring. That's all I have to say about it. It's just a dull recording. I had it, and I've kept it all these years because I really wanted to do some comparisons of recordings of the Stabat Mater. The Gloria is in good shape recording-wise, but the Stabat Mater less so. And my favorite recording of that probably at this point still is the Seiji Ozawa Boston one on Deutsche Grammophon. But this one, it just seems soggy, lacking in pizzazz. It doesn't have enough rhythm. It's not terrible. It's just flat for some reason. The performance falls flat for me. And so I wouldn't recommend it, but I hang on to it for reasons I'm not quite sure of. At some point, I'll do a Poulenc thing and maybe it'll get culled. But until then, it's sitting around. It was in a box. I pulled it out. Next, this was fun. I don't know what it was doing next to the letter P. Howard Hanson conducting Howard Hanson, his first symphony and the romantic. Da 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 da, do 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 do, da da da. Oh, it's that octave, that thing there. That we were talking about. We don't talk about that octave displacement. Yeah, it's wonderful. Do do do, da da da. It's just a surge of passion in a tune that you're going to hear 150 times. His first symphony, the Nordic, is lovely. No one ever does it. They really should. And the romantic is the romantic. It's a classic. It was in the film Alien. It gets poo-pooed all over the time because it's just so shamelessly what it is. But frankly, what's wrong with being shamelessly what it is? It's honest. The only thing wrong with music that is music that's dishonest, music that isn't what it is. But this is what it is. Does that make sense? I don't know. All I know is that I played it. I love it. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's short. It's what? It's 13 plus 6 plus 27 minutes. I mean, it's just so much fun to listen to. It does beautiful things with very simple ideas. And, there's something to be said for that. There really is. And this is Hanson conducting it himself, which is marvelous performances. You also get the Song of Democracy, which actually is rather topical these days, I would say, at least in this country. We could use a Song of Democracy. I mean, it's easy to poo-poo it as a piece of patriotic twaddle. But, Hanson had a point. So there you go. Mercury, Living Presence. The sound's great. Oh, it's just a classic. Absolutely a classic. And this was a Naxos recording that's, I pulled this out and it just popped up. And I guess it's close to H. Yes, Grieg and Hanson are close to each other in the alphabet. These are the violin sonatas with Henning Kraggerud, violin, and Helge Kjekshus, piano. Fabulous performances. Kraggerud made arrangements of the violin sonatas as violin concerti, and they're wonderful. They're absolutely beautiful, but they're wonderful works anyway. Grieg isn't known as a composer who was comfortable in large forms, but virtually everything he wrote, all of his chamber music, is fabulous. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it formally, and these are gorgeous performances. They really are as good as anything out there. And if you don't know the Grieg violin sonatas, there are 3 of them. I strongly recommend that you do it, that you get to know them. They're beautiful, beautiful works. And it really, they may surprise you just how shapely and perfectly structured they are, all the way from number 1, which was his opus 8, to number 3, which was his opus 45. So they're all mature. I mean, they really are. There's not a weak note in any of them. And boy, are these good performances. Kraggerud's a wonderful violinist. And Kjekshus Kjekshus, whatever her name is just a perfectly fine pianist. It's a beautiful disc. It's on Naxos, as you can see from the rather dreary white art layout thing here. But boy, it's first rate. Absolutely first rate. So that's it. 3 really interesting discs. 2 winners, 1 not so much. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.